So, welcome back to my channel. The last video I uploaded, it got for being my channel, it got a tons of views, and I'm really impressed and thankful for that, because yeah, it's more than 10 times the views that I usually get. So thank you all for that. The views on the last video made me very inspired to do more videos, because I think this is very funny. Because I think it's very fun to make videos for you and for myself also. And in this video I'm going to try my best to review the here behind me tenere 700. I got a rally version. It's a 2021 model year, and I have had it now for about 5,000 kilometers, and yeah, I'm starting to building up some opinion. The tenere 700, it's much more off-road focused than people will give it credit for, because I think it's much more hardcore off-roader than like Africa Twin or like KTM 890, because it's a no bullshit bike. It's yes, it's heavy, but it's a no bullshit bike. I really think it's much more hardcore off-roader than people will give it credit for. My personal opinion is that it's a much more off-road focused bike than it is an off-road tourer, like perhaps like the Africa Twin or the 890s and bikes like that. The T7 is also a hilariously funny hooligan bike, because it's a very nimble bike, and it's especially a very nice bike to do wheelies and pull skids and slide around, both on gravel and tarmac. And I think the fun aspect of this bike makes up for the lack of touring ability, because I don't think it's that good of a touring bike, because for an example, it has very bad light, at least the high beam. If you compare it to like an 890, it has not much comfortable seat, and I think a off-road touring bike should have at least cruise control, which this bike doesn't have. So let's get to some riding pictures. So, rideability and handling on this bike in like off-road, and it's quite good off-road actually. And again, I'm not an expert rider, not by long shot. I am not an expert rider. I have ridden for many years, but I'm still like a beginner every spring, I feel like. Yes. Oh. This bike needs it needs more speed in the loose stuff than the 890 Adventure S, because now the bike is much more top heavy and it isn't as well balanced as, for an example, an 890 Adventure S. But on the other hand, if you like, or should I said, if you are able to drive a little bit more, if you're able to drive a little bit faster in the loose stuff and you're just focusing on where you're going and things like that, it's nice. It's actually isn't that bad. And yes, the bike is heavy if you drop it, and yes, you will drop it when you chicken out and don't ride fast, because it is top heavy. It's just a fact. But I think it shouldn't be anything that hinders you from getting this bike if it's the bike you want, because you can learn to drive around it. So one of the things that I don't like on this bike is it has to do with the same thing that I like, that it doesn't have any unnecessary electrics. And but I think it's a shame, because not all electrics are bad. I think for an example, quick shifter and blipper, it should be standard on the bike today, because not blipper, because blipper is hard to get, I think, when you have a cable throttle. But quick shifter, I have a quick shifter, as you can see. I have a heel tech quick shifter, and actually the blipping thing, it's kind of borderline nonsense too, in my opinion, because it's not that hard to learn. Look at this, I'm now in 4th gear. I'm hardly not touching the gas, and if you try that, if you try to learn it, it will enhance your riding experience very much, because riding in terrain and easily select gear and easily being able to change gear is a very enhancing experience, and it makes the riding much more fun. So I think it's a shame you can't get it with quick shifter standard, and standard today means that you have like quick shifter and blipper, and you cannot have that from Yamaha. But the quick shifter that I got from Heel Tech is very easy to
both install and program and everything. And if you're interested in seeing making if you are interested in me making a video about the Heeltech quick shifter, let me know. Type a comment and let me know, and I will make a video. And yeah, but as I said, this bike has quick shifter and blipping by yourself. It's not hard to do, it's very easy in fact. And you not don't take my word for it, but in my opinion you will not hurt your engine or your transmission if you are, because you're basically doing the same thing that the engine control module will do if you have a blipper. Yeah, you will basically do it yourself. The engine will do the same thing as you do. Look now, fourth gear, third, second, and yeah, you will not hurt the engine. So I really encourage you to learn it.
Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please consider subscribe so you can see other videos that I make, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. So thank you for this time.